Hello, welcome today to ESQL solving industry problem. Today, as you can see in front of you, we have a wonderful, very wonderful project in front of us. As you know already, if you've been following ESQL, you know we have our three executive officers in front of us that they are also today again not looking happy. So what do they have in front of us? In front of us, as you can see in front of your screen, you can see there's a credit card issue. As we can see, there's credit card fraud. Okay, that's not good. And what industry is this related to? Banking. What section in banking? Fraud operations. So let's go further and see what they want us to help them to solve today, and then we'll now kind of carry on from there. As you can see in front of you, currently the project aim is clear. I'm just going to run through the project aim real quick and fast so we crack on exactly to dive into what they want us to solve today. So I can see again number one objective, they have number two, and also three, that's one constraint there. For the first number one, they want us to get an intelligent insight. What kind of intelligent insight do they want us to get? They want us to model a fraud prediction system. That's very interesting, you know. The next bit here, number B, there, they want us to detect fraudulent transactions on any financial system. That's a very tall ask to make, you know. Any financial system. Can we achieve this? Oh yes, we can. We can use ESQL. I can see going further, they have number two here. You can see what is in number two. We need to achieve this without using formulas. And finally, their constraint is also zero Excel formula knowledge. Okay, where is the data? I can see on my left hand side here, clearly is Excel. They must have downloaded from whatever system they have. We're now in Excel. We can rock on with whatever we need to do in ESQL. So where's the data now? I can see the data is on the next page. So we go right down and try to see what they want us to do. I can see what kind of result we'll know. Let's move to the next stage. All right, this looks fantastic. This looks wonderful. What do they have in front of us now? Let me run through this real quick. On the left hand side, as you can see, this is still the project aim, so we keep it straight and focused. They still want the same thing that I just explained in the previous part. As you can see, that I move to the right hand bit now, which is the raw data. What do they have here? All right, clearly in a scenario like this, in any project that you need to model a fraud detecting system, it all is all focused really on having a sample model to work with. That is why they've given us something called model training. They want us to train our system, our model with this. All right, that's fine. Let me have a look at the model first. I can see in this sample data, we have column A up to column H. As I can see, this is personal IDs in column A. The next is transaction ID. I can start in column B. I can see column C, month. I can see description is in D. All right, not much data there. I can see E is inflow. That's very key for us. I can see outflows. All right. And the next thing I can see transaction amount, fraud transaction amount. All right, there's nothing here clearly. So we are working with the with outflows and also the balance assets whenever they brought this out. Very interesting, you know. So I'll say this is table one. What is next? Fraud testing data. Okay, I'll call this table two. What do they want us to do here? Okay, after we achieve the model of table one, we should also add this data now to now test. Oh, can you see this? On this column, which is the same column G here, they now added more data. So we're supposed to model with this sample and now test with this. Interesting. Looking at this, if you look at it very well, you see It's quite hard for you to predict anything here. And clearly, even if you predict with your bare eyes, it might be difficult for you to achieve the perfect solution when you get to more unique data coming in. So the only way for us to do it clearly is to model it through ESQL. We're going to go there. And before we go there, you might be wondering, why will the company need this? All right, let's have a look at our right hand corner. As you can see here, there's lots of reason. The key ones I will just pick. Number one, you can see, is for risk mitigation. What is risk mitigation? To curb risk, to stop risk. As you can see, I'm just going to take one of them now. Number one here, you can see financial protection. Who wants to lose their money to fraud? No one. No one, absolutely no one. So it is quite important that a company has a good fraud modeling system. Let's go to the benefits. What benefits? Quick. I can see in this bit now. I can see timely detection. Wonderful. That's quite key. What's other thing under this benefit? Timely detection. As you can see, quick action, and that's exactly what they will achieve if we can provide this solution to their problem. They can use our model to proactively stop fraud in their company, credit card fraud, whatever kind of fraud they going on in their system. They can use our model to stop it. So what are the key thing on quick action? You can see identifies and prevents further unauthorized activities promptly. That's very, very key. So there's also lots of benefits, as you can see here. But let's crack on. Let's go in. Let's see what this means. All right, what kind of solution am I going to provide today? They've given us the data in Excel, no problem about it, and we can run straight up. Our solution is going to be ESQL, and at the end of the day, I'm going to provide a report, something like this, for the managers to easily understand it. And now, if you're there and you're wondering how I'm going to do this, it's quite clear that this kind of projects need advanced manipulation and advanced understanding. Now, I will not go 100% into the nitty-gritty of how we're going to do it, but just so you know, we're going to apply advanced analysis here, which is called cluster analysis. What is cluster analysis? If you don't know, if you're new to it, stick around, you're going to know more. But cluster analysis is kind of a statistics model where it goes one step ahead to group data and give you what you want. That's just a simple definition of it. Now we're going to also apply stochastic modeling, which deals with probability. And if you've done probability before in your days in school or whatever you're doing now, this is the right time to see how is it used in an advanced way to stop fraud. All right, enough talking. Let's crack on. Let's go ahead. At the end of the day, I hope to make everyone in this company as happy as you can see. All right, so let's move on. As you can see, is ESQL making them happy, making everyone happy across different industry. All right, this is the time for the demo. What I'm going to do here is to show you how we can achieve this in just 2 easy steps. So how am I going to do this? I'm just going to launch ESQL in front of us now, and we'll start rocking. Wonderful. In front of you is ESQL. Just going to start from the home screen. As you can see, we're in ESQL. If you don't know how to navigate ESQL, if you're new watching this, just go to our previous video. You'll see multiple videos of walkthrough and the rest that I've done. Now, what I always do once we have a project, I first go to inspect the data. So coming down here, I'm going to table 1. Table 1 here, before we came here, I've preloaded the data. As you can see, this is the same data I was talking about. Inspecting the data from column A, you can see the same personal ID is there. I can see transaction ID. I can see the month. Oh, this is quite wonderful. If you look at the month, it's very key. Let me color that out. You can see the month as timing, as time beside it. All right, let's look at this. I can see this is October, and that's the year. And you can see this transaction was made at 10:20 a.m. That would be in the morning. This is 24 hours timing. I can see then there's another 10, then 16 and whatever. Anyway, that's okay for us. That's column C. Moving, we have a description. All right, description, what does this mean? I can see it's a salary, the person earned 13,000, and that's column E. Now that's an inflow. We go to the next one. I can see this is an outflow. Whatever reason, no description here, but it's okay, we can use this. F, column F, what's going on here? What is key for me now, I can see this is a positive because clearly it's an inflow. I can see on the F column is a negative, that is an outflow, it goes out. We go to the next bit now. All right, this column is left empty because clearly we need to understand F, the pattern of this customer first before we start injecting and testing fraud amount. That's fine, and that's why we have the first step is to model the system we're going to use, how it's going to work. Now the last bit is the balance. As you can see clearly, there's 13,000 here, 13,000. The next line after 13,000 less 8,700, then we have 1,700, and on and on and on and on. All right. I guess this is the data they want us to work with. This is the model they want us to work with. We're going to carry on as it is. So let's have a look. Just going to go now to launch ESQL. Going to go to SQL result. As you can see, I'm going to click on start. I'm going to use the smaller screen. I think this is too small. I'm going to use the big one. Just close it down and click the start and bring up the bigger screen. Yes, this is the bigger interface of ESQL. Like I said, that's if you don't know how to launch it, watch any of our previous video, then you know. I'm just going to go to the second. This is view 1. I'm going to go view 2 because I like it big at the bottom here so you can see clearly. So what am I going to do today? So we understand what we're doing, like I explained to you before. I am just going to use a simple algorithm where it runs prediction. What is it going to predict? It's going to predict the pattern that this particular customer, let me push this aside, is going to predict the pattern that this particular customer has been making withdrawals on his credit card or on his banking transaction, whatever system, whatever financial operation that this company is into. All ESQL needs currently is the customer's pattern of outflow. As you can see, this could be for rent. I don't know what this is. I'm just going to type it could be for rent. The next one could be for school fees. Whatever these outflows are, ESQL just need to have it, inject it into ESQL, run the script, and it will bring a unique pattern for this customer. How wonderful is that? So let's see what ESQL will do. So this is the modeling. This is step 1 where we model what the customer's outflows, and we know how is the customer's pattern.
ESQL operation started.
So I've just clicked on ESQL. ESQL is running a unique pattern now to understand this customer's spending pattern, and to now impute it into the system